Okay. So in your first position, I know it's just overwhelming, which is exactly why Jupiter is going into your sixth house, because you have all these things that you started and you know. And so let me say this, there are different phases of Geminis. There are 20-year-old Geminis, 30-year-old Geminis, 40-year-old Geminis, 50-year-old Geminis that watch this, right? So it depends on the phase of your life. And so you've come to this whole last year where and you continue, and I would say mainly like the last 6 months, but you continue to expand yourself, and you continue to grow, and you continue to start new things, and you continue to venture out, and you continue to say, no, I know that this is to be true. I know this is what I want. I know I can have all this. I know I can have the stability and the money and the finances and the homes and the relationships. I know I can have relationships. I know I can connect with my, whatever, so you were starting all of this and you were like doing it like because you're really adventuresome, but it's become overwhelming, right? And this is why Jupiter is moving into your sixth house, because your sixth house in Jupiter, or Jupiter in your sixth house, is going to expand that. It's going to help you tweak that and understand that. So right now it's really overwhelming for you. But if you look at these swords, I always say there's light at the end of them. This is like in preparation. This is practice. So there are some things that have just become overwhelming and you can't make decisions about, or you've had to make decisions about, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's too much. Am I gonna make it, or is it gonna break? What am I gonna do? Like, I can't even move. But what's funny is that you continue to move anyway. And that's what I love about you, Gems, is like, you'll do what needs to be done, even if you are so frozen and so hurting and so like beat down. People don't understand that about Geminis. So yeah, I'm not going to say that, but yeah, people don't understand that about Geminis. People don't understand that Geminis will pull it out of their, and do what needs to be done. And that's kind of where you're at. You're like, I'm doing and I'm doing and I'm doing and it's just like, it's too much. It's too much, right? That's how you're feeling now. What's crossing you, my beautiful Gems, is the 10 of coins. So this is Spirit's advice in the situation. They're saying those things that you've been working so hard. Says this is generational money. This is generational energy. This is hard work that you have put in. This is your like bank account, right? And it's opening up for you. It's coming through. It is going to come through. The one thing they want to say to you is continue. Just continue to do. Continue to be. Continue to see what you once saw before. Continue to see those visions and those things that you saw for yourself, because it had to take hard. So let me say this. In the past, maybe when you were younger, or maybe all your life for your younger ones, everything came, no, I won't say everything. Things came easy sometimes to you, where like it was a miracle, or where like it was like, yeah, all I had to do is do this, or I didn't even have to do anything and something came through. Or, even in relationships, like people love you. You're Gems. People love you. So you'd come to a point where you didn't want it that way anymore. You wanted to do it on your own. You wanted to have the stability from your own, because through all of that, what you learned was, I have to be the one that's stable so that I can attract someone that's just as stable, right? And so doing that, this is what this whole 2-3 years has been about, was you understanding your placement, the way that you want your world, not having to depend on other people, not wanting to depend on other people, not doing for other people first and not doing for yourself, right? So that's what you've been sort of doing these last 2 or 3 years. Well, this is all the 2 or 3, or even your lifetime, of things that you have put in the bank that haven't come through because it wasn't time. You hadn't built that solid foundation. Because let me tell you, Gems, this foundation that you've built is not going to come crumbling down. It's not going to break, because it's so freaking solid. It's like a Taurus solid, or a Capricorn solid, or a Virgo solid. It's like solid. It's not going anywhere, right? you're just at that point where you're like, oh my gosh, I've done everything and it's still sort of imploding or things are still happening. But they're saying, no, continue to do. You're almost at that point. We're moving, the planets are always moving. The energy is going to clear up. There were some last minute things that you needed to understand and you needed to really solidify. There were some things that you were doing that you really didn't want to do, but you were doing it anyway. And so making those choices and doing those things is releasing and opening this door. Because the 10 of coins is physical material gains, right? But this is generational. This can come from other people's money. And by that, I don't mean like other people. It could be like your ancestry money, or it could be like your ancestry home, or it could be like a past life, like other members of your soul group, right? That's kind of what this card is. So, but it also is money that you have put in the bank, maybe from your past life, that's going to come through, maybe from this life of all the work that you've done. And they're saying that this is right on top of you. They know it feels like bleak. They know it feels like it's not happening, but it is happening. So just hang in there, my gems. So in your past, you had the 8 of Swords. See, like you move from this to this. So you're like, I'm trying in relationships, in romantic relationships, in my finances, in my life purpose, in my friendships, in my family, in all of it. I feel like it's like all of you, that you were like, I just don't know what to do anymore. And everywhere that I turn, it's like, I almost feel like I almost am afraid to take a step because it's going to fall through, right? And so you were in that and you came to this where you just are like, it's too overwhelming. It's just too overwhelming. Okay. Because this could be about a relationship that you're having, that, you thought was one way, but really is another way. And it's just come to light. And so I feel like for a lot of you that it was like that one thing that just blew everything out of the water. And now you just feel like, what? WTF. Sorry, I can't say it. WTF. You're like, what? So hang in there, my gems. I love you dearly. You're doing the right thing. You are. So in your 4th position from at the beginning of the month of October, so the first 2 weeks, you have the 7 of Cups. That is all about opportunity. And again, Jupiter's going into your 6th house on October 10th. So it's like right at the end of that, or right at the beginning, in the middle of that 2nd week, that you have opportunity. But I see it even before. So this is all about these opportunities coming to you, but are you going to take them? And sometimes you're like, I don't know that I should take them because everything that I've tried, or some things that I've tried, just fall through, right? And so they're saying, just get centered, speak from your heart, get your heart, mind, and soul aligned. And that's how you know you're going the right way, right? When your heart, mind, and soul are aligned, not the ego, because the ego can trip you up. The ego's like, no, well, it didn't do it. No, well, people always fail you. No, well, people always hurt you. No, well, you don't have it within you to be able to be stable and blah, 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 blah. That's like your ego, right? That's that negative talk. And the ego is good when it's balanced, but all of that I just said is like imbalance. It's not balanced. So when your heart, your mind, and your soul are aligned, that's how you know it's your truth. It's your truth. It's your aspect. It's your path, right? So in the beginning of the 2 weeks, you have opportunities. Some of you, that means somebody comes in. That actually does mean someone can come in, like a lover, like a partner, like a business partner. So there are going to be these opportunities for you, those seen and unseen. And the reason I say seen and unseen is because somebody may offer you something and you're like, I don't know, whether I should do that because it seems like I might not get much out of that. Or it seems like because I know myself, I'll be doing too much work for somebody and then, I won't get much. But you never know that one opportunity, maybe as you're doing that, you get introduced to a different person or another thing, and then that becomes bigger, and then that's like on your path. Because it's all on your path, but that's the one that you were thinking about, or the one that you see, you just didn't know how you're going to get there. That makes sense? So Again, it's not a right or wrong, but your truth and your path will let you know when your heart, mind, and soul desire it. So you could have a business partner come in. You could have money opportunities come in. You could have home opportunities come in. You could have car opportunities come in. You could have relationship, romance, and friendships come in, right? So that's what you'll be doing in the first 2 weeks of October. Now, in your fifth position from your higher self, I always ask your higher self, what is the one message you want to bring through to help you move forward in love? You have the faith card. It's so funny because, I'm seeing this in a couple of ways. Your higher self is saying, have faith in yourself. Have faith in you. You have faith in others. You see the best in others. Because I know you, gems. You'll look back at a relationship, whether it's friendship, family, or romance, and you'll only see the best in them. You'll forget the other stuff, and you'll only see the best in them. That's having faith. That's having faith in humanity, right? That's seeing the best in everything, right? And I love you for that, gems. I'm a gem too. I'm a gem sun. But the one thing is that you sometimes don't have faith in yourself. You don't even count on yourself for some reason. You don't give yourself that. And so for some of you, they're saying, look at you. You're a powerful, powerful, powerful being, and you can have whatever you want. You can have these things that you have seen. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen them. You can have those things. Just continue to do, even though it seems overwhelming. Just continue to stay in that vibration, because it's all about the unfolding, right? And we gems get impatient. If it didn't happen yesterday, we're like, oh, it's never coming. And that's not true. It could come tomorrow. Like, you don't know, right? Okay. So that's for some of you. For others of you, I feel like if this is a business opportunity, or this is your job, or this is like your career, I feel like they're saying go with the bigger organization, go with the bigger entity, because that, as much as it's a bigger organization, it's steeped in stability. It like helps you become stable. It keeps you in the stability, or it takes you to a stable place. You don't have to stay there. They're just saying that connection to that bigger entity, or that bigger organization, or that bigger, if somebody comes and wants to collaborate with you, or somebody comes and wants to like partner with you, like if they're the bigger one, you don't have to stay there, but at least investigate that and go to that at this point, right? And so for others of you, they're saying, because I do hear this from some of your higher selves. They just said some of them are wondering, some of you guys are wondering if you're ever going to get married or have that long-lasting relationship. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. And then I'm hearing you say, well, when? It's exactly when you're wanting and needing, right? So it's exactly when you, Gemini, said, I want to be stable. I want to have all my stuff together. I want to be emotionally available. I want to not play games with people. I want people not to play games with me. When you are solid in all of that, that person comes in. When you're ready, that person comes in, okay? Now, in your sixth position, this is the end of the month, or the last 2 weeks of the month, you have the Strength card. So I feel like these things, I feel like this is the chaos that's going on around you. I feel like this lion, or this tiger, lion, is the chaos that's going around you. That's a tiger. The chaos that's going around you, right? I don't know why I'm saying that differently, but I am. Okay, so I feel like this is the chaos that's going around you, and I feel like at the second half of the month, you tame it. I feel like the fires get burned out. I feel like you settle things down. I feel like everything's okay. I feel like you're feeling better. Not just that, I feel like you are so on freaking point, it's not even funny. Like, it doesn't matter. I see where you're like, somebody comes and you're like, nope. And somebody else comes and you're like, yes. And it's like, you already know. You are so on point. For some reason, they're showing me this very very brightly, where you are so intuitive, you are so in tune with yourself, you are so in tune with your surroundings, you just know. It's not a belief, it's not a this place where I'm so overwhelmed. It's I know. I know this is not. I know this is it. I know this is not. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like that chaos calms down. I feel like you make the decisions you need to make, and I feel like you are on target. By the end of the month, you're going to be feeling better. Okay? Does that make sense? And yes, it's because these things come through. And it's because some of you are like, well, nothing's, it's not happening, and maybe some things are happening, and they're saying, it's okay, just let it unfold. You don't have to believe us. We're asking you to have faith in yourself, not in us. Have faith in you. Okay? Now, of course, your seventh position, this is your fear. Will I ever be this stable person who is happy, who has joy, who has come through so much and can still smile and love and have their heart open? That young Gemini that you used to be, when you used to look at the butterflies differently, when you could see the world with such a beautiful eye. You've come through so much, and you want to, so you have this understanding where there are people, and yourself, you want to be included, who have come through a lot and can still love and can still find joy and can still find happiness. You understand that you don't have to be jaded. And so that is your fear. Will I ever get to that space where I've come through a lot and I can still love, right? Or for some of you, am I ever going to get to a space where I'm really stable, self-sufficient, independent, able to do things, and have the people around me because I want them around? Not because I need them around, but because I want them around. That's just a fear. A fear is there to remind you of what you want and what you don't want. Focus and continue to focus on what you want, okay? We already know what you don't want, but you tell yourself that every day of what you don't have, of what you don't want, of what always happens. That's going to continue to happen. You got to change your thought process because you're a Gemini. You're ruled by Mercury. That thought process is important. That's how you manifest. You manifest through your thoughts. Geminis can do I'm going to say this. I'll probably try to take this off the air because of it, but I'm going to say this. So, because this is what Spirit's saying. Geminis can, you can do psychokinesis, you can do psychokinetics, you can move objects with your mind. That's how you manifest. You can manifest through your mind, okay? Where a Cancer needs to manifest through their heart, you manifest through your mind. You can just do it, okay? So that's why they're saying it's important for you to change your thought process, because your brain, your thought process is really open to manifesting what you're wanting, right? But those things continue to happen because you continue to think about what you don't have and what you don't want and how it didn't go and what happened here and blah, 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 right? And so then it just repeats. It just repeats. So change that thought process. You can always turn this energy upside down. You can always transmute this energy. You, especially, Gems, can transmute this energy. Okay? So instead of looking at it as I'm overwhelmed, take it one by one by one. Do one thing at a time, then the next. Get the next fixed, then the next, then the next. Right? That's how you change it. Now, my beautiful ones, in your 8th position. This is the way a loved one will be viewing you or dealing with you. This is so interesting because when I first saw this, I was like, I haven't seen this card in forever, right? But I see this as you. I see this as building your dynasty. I see this as you coming to your place in this world. I see the light shining. I see all the hard work. I see your understanding of how maybe I thought I had to do it by myself, but it's about the community. It's about humanity. It's about what I'm going to give to the world and what the world's going to give to me. It's about the balance in that, because the emperor understands that his dynasty wasn't built just by him. His dynasty was built by the whole. And he has the balance. He has this understanding of himself and the whole. He has this understanding of self-identity as well as the group identity that he belongs to. Okay? So that's the way the universe is seeing you. That's the way they're dealing with you. They're dealing with you like you're building this dynasty. But for others of you, the person comes in, a person could come in and see you with all these possibilities of this big thing that you want to make or be, or like I see it in business, or I see it in, yeah, business and your life purpose of what you're going to give to the world. So when this person comes in, they could come in as a, yeah, this I see. I see where some of you may have this person come in as like a business deal or a business collaboration or a business thing, but then it turns into a lover, or that, well, not just a lover, it turns into the partner that you were really trying to get to, actually, right? So congratulations, you'll be dealing with this person in the month of October, or you will be coming, because the universe already sees you this way. Spirit already sees you this way. God, oneness, source, your guides, all of them, they see you this way, and they're dealing with you in this manner. They're like, yes, she has the dynasty. Yes, he has the dynasty. Yes, it's just about the unfolding. It's just about the decisions. It's just about that. It's just about space and time. Okay? So those things will be happening to you in the month of October. Now, in your ninth position, this is the your hopes and dreams, but for me, this is the outer energy or outer realm of what you're bringing in. And so throughout the month of October, you're going to be having this sense of letting go of not just a sense, but you're making these decisions and really moving on from a difficult situation, from a difficult relationship, from a difficult thing that you had. So I feel like you'll be working on that in the month of October, but I feel like by November, you'll have moved through that and you'll see the possibilities of you, of like, I feel like in November, you're like, you know, that was a hard thing to do, but I did it and I feel so much better and I'm doing what I need to do, right? That's what I'm feeling like. That's a possibility. Because remember, it's in your outer realm. So it just kind of depends on the decisions that you make. But you're on the right track for bringing it in. So in your 10th position, this is the overall outcome of what you'll be working through in the month of October. You have the Ace of Wands. So this ace is a beautiful ace. It's the beginning, like a very passionate, very explosive beginning. And I could be talking about your romance. I could be talking about new friendships. I could be talking about relationships. I could be talking about your careers. I could be talking about your purposes, your finances. Whatever this is, it's a new beginning and it's very passionate and it's got the energy to go far. Because to me, the wands or the fire signs, they don't fail at anything, that they just have to want to do it. And so this is something that you're going to want to start. And when you do, it's going to have the energy behind it to do that. Now, I will tell you, for some reason they're reminding me of this because I haven't said this in the other videos,